Good afternoon. Alyssa, is
Afternoon.
everybody in?
I believe that's everybody.
Okay. For those of you, I hope you can hear me. My name is Attorney Torshel Feaster. I am the Administrative Hearings Officer. This is the City of Flint's Administrative Hearings Bureau, or Blight Court.
Oh. Torshio, you're muted.
Alyssa,
Hello?
Torshio, can you hear me?
yes, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, let's start over. This is the City of Flint's Administrative Hearings Bureau. Today is Tuesday, May 4th, 2021. We are prepared to start addressing our 1:30 p.m. docket. My name is Attorney Torshel Feaster. I am the Administrative Hearings Officer, or Blight Court Judge. Present via Zoom, we have the Blight Court Clerk, or Administrative Hearings Office Clerk, Ms. Alyssa Oliveras. We have 4 new matters on the docket for this afternoon. We do have our Neighborhood Safety Officer, Ms. Sarah Kessler, present. And the way we normally handle these files is Ms. Kessler will speak to you all outside of my presence. She will determine, with your help, if you all can reach a resolution. If you are able to reach a resolution, then when I come back into the courtroom, we can enter that on the record and move on about our days. If you are unable to reach a resolution, then we can set this for a formal hearing and we can move forward at that time. Does anyone have any questions?
Nope.
Okay. So I am going to give the camera to our Neighborhood Safety Officer, Ms. Sarah Kessler, and I will step out of the courtroom for a few moments.
Is anybody here for Markham?
Yep.
Okay. So with this ticket, this is the newest ticket, and nothing is still cleaned up.
Actually, there's quite a big difference in the last couple of months. I'm not sure when you recently drove by. And I don't have the second violation in front of me, but I'm pregnant and my husband has disabilities. So we've been working on this at the best that we could. So once the ground defrosted, I've made I think 2 loads to the trash already. But I did buy a truck. I bought a trailer just for the purpose of cleaning that up. And I bought about $100 worth of permits because when we bought the house a few years ago, we were in worse shape. The house was in worse shape. And even at that point, I did what I could, but it was definitely limited. I'm not quite sure what more I can do if you haven't swung through recently. It would have been nice to be able to chat with you when you swing through so that it would have been easier to discuss and understand.
Right. Yeah, when I've been there before, there's nobody been there, or there's dogs. There's a dog running loose, actually.
I can hear.
A German Shepherd.
I don't know. There shouldn't be a shepherd free. There is a couple of shepherds that come down from the end of the street, which we've actually had to call on because one of them has actually been known to bite people. So that's kind of a concern, along with the fact that I don't want that male dog attacking my dog. So,
I mean, we can postpone this and I can come over tomorrow and take a look and see if there actually has been any progress to make a determination.
Well, I'm willing to compromise at that for sure. Is there a time frame?
It'll be in the morning tomorrow, before noon for sure.
Before noon tomorrow. Okay. Let's see here. Are we able to meet and chat and you can see what I'm trying to do and maybe have a full understanding of it? Because the house was like deteriorated, the yard was bad, things like that when I bought it a few years ago. And like I said, my husband was schizophrenic and not medicated, and he's only been handling that for the last year and a half. So between that and having 5 kids, I was in school. I was trying to get through the winter, and then as soon as the ground defrosted is when we started making some of this progress. I've also at this point purchased some sheds and things like that that'll be here in 6 to 8 weeks to help, because there's 8 people in a 2-bedroom house. I'm doing the best that I can do. It's not like I don't try. Even the vehicle I had out front, I sold it, but the ticket that you had given me previously to that was on my vehicle, my tags were
It's
only
not my
a
thing
month
to
expired.
my camera off.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Is there a better time for you tomorrow?
I think noon is good because my husband has a doctor's appointment in the afternoon. So, and he has another one today. So after this, so we do about 2 to 3 doctor's appointments a week. So I think before noon is probably good for me tomorrow.
Okay, so do you want to do like 9 o'clock?
I can do 9 o'clock. That's fine.
Okay, that's fine. I will be there tomorrow at 9.
Okay. And can I get your full name again? It's hard to read your signature.
Yeah, it's Sarah.
Sarah. Okay. All right. Well,
Yep.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep, go ahead and stay on so that he can hear what we had to say, and then you can log off.
Okay. All righty.
Is there anybody here for NAP?
1326 NAP?
1326, yes.
Yes, I'm here my name's Elias Fanous. I'm an attorney. I'm appearing on behalf of REL Realty LLC.
Okay.
And then I'm here too.
This address got a ticket. They actually even had a dumpster and still did not clean up.
My understanding is everything's been taken care of and cleaned up. Is there an opportunity to verify that?
It is all cleaned up.
Do you have a Band-Aid? I'm not a big one. Just a small one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is all cleaned up now, but it did take them a very long time, especially with the dumpster sitting right in front of their house.
Okay. I will just retain on this. How many times or how many tickets were issued on that property or any warnings?
I'm pretty sure there was 1 blight ticket. There was a couple of vehicle tickets because they park on the lawn. Even after I had tried to speak with them to let them know the ordinances and did not get through.
Okay. So on this, for this particular case number, is it for all 3, the 1 blight and 2 vehicles, or is it just for the blight?
No, this is just for the blight. The vehicles are totally separate.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, is there a pending ticket or a pending hearing for the vehicles as well, or no? As of right now?
I don't think so. That doesn't go through the blight court with us. That goes right over to City Hall.
Okay, so the tenant would have to worry about that. Okay, what
Yes.
can we do with the blight ticket? I know you and I have worked in the past together on a couple of things like
Right.
this.
We can split it in half, but I can't fully take it away, especially for how bad it was and for how long.
Okay, we can split it in half. That works. I think we can accept responsibility for that.
Okay.
I've had her for almost a year now. I saved her life and the rest of her she's really sick and I still I think she's
Okay, is there anybody here for Becker?
Right here.
Okay. Are you the owner of Becker?
Yes.
Okay. With this ticket, it was for the trash that was left out at the road for a very long period of time, a couple months actually.
Yes, I know.
It's still not completely resolved just because it's not at the road. They have it sitting next to their shed.
I didn't know it was sitting next to the shed. I thought they had cleaned all of that up. I didn't notice that.
No, they
It was
just
sitting
moved it away from the road and up, up, trying to not be very visible anymore, but it's still there.
I think I well, I don't know when that was, but I thought I seen that they had cleaned up even around the shed, because that was nasty. And I'll tell you what, it's going in my leases from here on out. If they
I
leave a mess
understand
in the yard or whatever, I'll have somebody out there and I'm gonna charge them for it.
that. Okay.
Because
What I
I
can
was-
do with this one too is I can drive by there tomorrow morning and we can postpone this so that if it is actually completely gone, then you
Yeah,
can, you know, we
sure,
can, do you want to do that?
the gentleman before, the case before, I thought I heard dependable REO. That's me.
Okay, yeah, that's for Becker, for 1916 Becker.
Yeah, what about the one on Nap? I thought they said that was dependable REO too. I've got a house
No.
on Nap.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a different one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I asked them months ago. I can't tell you exactly when, but it sat out there and I don't live there, you know, I drive by sometimes going to pick up
Right.
rent or whatever, but, I seen it out there and what they had done was put a couch out there and I think a couple mattresses with black bags on top of it. So when you put
Right.
the black bags out there, the pickers go and rip them open.
Well,
And-
it's not even so much that, like, the warning that I gave them, I told them exactly how to resolve the situation. Republic will not pick up mattresses unless they are bagged. They have to have like a plastic bag over them. And
Okay, well,
also
they're
for
gone now.
furniture,
Okay.
excuse me?
I said they're gone now unless they're in the backyard.
Yeah, they're in the backyard.
I'll go look at
So,
it.
but like I said, I gave them specific instructions on how to resolve the issue. And even
Okay.
with the furniture, I gave them Republic's phone number so they could call them to request a bulk pickup. Because that's the only way that they'll pick things like that up. And it still
Oh,
sat
okay.
at another month.
She's a fucking liar. I don't know why it keeps going in and out.
But
Who's
I
that?
can definitely postpone this and drive by it in the morning if you would like.
Yeah, okay. What time in the morning are you gonna be by there?
I can be by there probably about 8 o'clock.
Ooh, that means I'll have to get out of bed. Okay.
No, you don't have to. I can just go by there and then I can take more pictures and then for your next court date, it'll show.
I don't see anything on this screen. Am I supposed to be seeing something? Might be,
Only
yeah.
if you have
I
a camera.
I got FaceTime, but I'm not on it right now.
Okay.
So,
Yep,
Anyway.
that's fine. So I'll just drive by there tomorrow at around 8 and if it's still there, I'll take pictures to show you that it's still there. And if not, then I'll have that evidence as well and we'll just postpone this court date.
after I get off the phone, I'm gonna drive by there and look. So I'll be able to take instruction from what you got. I don't even need to see anything, but I thought they had cleaned up around that shed too. So I don't know where they got these mattresses hidden and
Right.
stuff, but I was on them and they didn't get cleaned up. So I've already told them this citation is theirs.
Right. No, I
I'm not
understand.
there to clean this place up, you know. So
Right.
like I said, it'll go with my leases from here on out, but if your yard is a mess, I'll send somebody over and clean it up. And they're
A
gonna pay
good thing
for
to do with that too, with rental houses, is to give them a copy of the city ordinances, especially like kind of the main ones like tall grass, trash, parking.
Yeah.
Things like that, you
Okay.
know, those are kind of a main thing that they really look at around here. You could just give them a copy of that, might even be good for them.
it. Might.
If
Okay.
they have an understand, I mean, at least then you can at least tell them that, well, they should have known because you gave it to them.
Exactly. You're right. No. It's hard. I can't,
Right, it could be a good start though.
okay, I'll do my part. Yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Is there anybody here for Newbert?
Yes,
1317 Newbert?
yes.
Okay. We have actually canceled out all your tickets before and have seen absolutely no progress still. And it's gotten worse because we got another complaint and had to come over and tag a camper and a car on the lawn.
There was no tag on the car. There was the camper, and
Yeah, there was
both
one
of
on the
them.
car too. It was on the back window.
Oh, I didn't see one on the back window. Cause I haven't been there.
Okay,
Myself. But the car will probably be leaving today and the camper will be out of there this week.
okay, but what about all the trash in the back of the driveway?
In the back of the driveway. A lot of that was picked up. I'm trying to find somebody with a truck. A lot of that is scrap metal. And I'm trying to find somebody with a truck that can come and get it and haul
Right.
it off for me.
Right, but I mean, we've been through this before is my thing, and we actually dismissed like 4 tickets. So, I mean, I'm gonna leave it up to him of what he wants to do because my hands are tied here with, we
Okay.
tried to work with you before and we didn't get any results.
Right. I got a paper right here that I had gotten just the other day. Well, it was last month. It's dated, but it was the end of last month that says that all tickets and fines assessed with file number, and it's got a file number, is dismissed. This file is closed, but then I get one that I got to be in court.
Because those ones were probably for your tickets before that we actually took away for you because you said that you would clean up and then it never happened. And then when we get complaints again, we have to go over that again. And we've done more warnings again, and then there was still nothing again, so we had to do another ticket.
Ma'am, stuff has been cleaned up ever since I've been there, which has been a little over 7 years, almost 8 years. Every time I turn around, somebody's complaining. But yeah, I've got the guy kitty corner behind me that his lot comes up beside my house. He's got all kinds of campers, trucks, everything parked there. Nothing.
And I understand that, but we have to worry about you and your stuff, and you can't worry about other people's stuff because you don't know what's going on and how that's being dealt with. So we have to. There's no getting around it.
Well, I understand that. I'm just asking, why can't I put a camper in my driveway when there's concrete?
No, it's not. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna have to leave this one up to him because my hands are tied because like I said,
Okay.
we literally dismissed 4 tickets and.
Okay, and I did call in and I paid one not long ago to somebody I talked to on the phone. Because I called twice and one lady told me not to pay it right then because they were getting an extension or something to find out. I don't even remember what she said anyways, because I told her I couldn't get it cleaned up right then. That was in January.
Okay.
Because I had COVID at the time.
I can have them look at the records and see what's going on with all that. I don't have nothing to do with that, and so I'm not really sure anything about that. But I can have them look into it and then he can talk to you about what he wants to do from here.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Give me just a minute.
Okay.
Pick up that car. I'm gonna scrap that car. Might as well scrap right in that car.
You wanna start back? Okay. Okay, we are going back on the record. Again, this is the City of Flint's Administrative Hearings Bureau or Blight Court. My name again is Attorney Torshell Feaster, the Administrative Hearings Officer or Blight Court Judge. We are ready to call our first matter on the docket for this afternoon, which is the address at 1238 Markham, file number EN 2107090, alleged code violation of 39-7, which is the duty of the property owner to keep the premises free from litter. The owner operator there is the estate of James Quadier. My understanding is that NSO Kessler has spoken to whoever's on the line for that property. Who's on the phone for that property?
My name is Amanda Craig. The quadriere that shows up is a gentleman who passed that's on the title. Somehow I have to get a hold of a lawyer. So, but my husband and I are actually the owners of the property and have the title.
Are you still there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I can't hear you, or I can hear you, but you can't hear me.
So we're having some technical issues on this side. I'm sorry, caller, I could not hear your name and what you were saying.
My name is Amanda Craig, and my husband and I are actually the owners of the title. Mr. Quadriere had passed apparently a few years before I bought the property, so
Okay.
but I'm here.
Okay. So let me swear you in and swear our NSO in, and then let's find out where we stand. Your name, you said, was Amanda?
Yes,
Amanda what?
Craig, C-R-A-I-G.
Okay. Ms. Craig, do you swear to the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And NSO Kessler, do you swear to the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Kessler, you spoke to Ms. Craig. Where do we stand on this file?
With this one, we had a conversation. I'm actually, I haven't been by there in a second, so I will, look and see if there's been progress and how I feel about it.
Okay.
If we postpone it.
Okay, all right. And my understanding is there's another ticket from 2020, so maybe we can resolve both of these when you go.
That
and
would
talk.
be best.
Great, okay. All right, so Ms. Craig, I don't know if you heard what Ms. NSO Kessler said. She said that you all would like an adjournment so she can come and check out the property, make sure it's where it needs to be, and then try to get a resolution created after that.
Yes, we're going to meet in the morning.
Okay, does that sound like something you want to do?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then by mutual agreement of the parties, we will adjourn this matter to the next hearing date. You'll receive a letter in the mail from the clerk here, giving you the next hearing date if it's necessary. If Ms. Kessler decides that she wants to dismiss her tickets without a hearing date, then you will not have to return. But if there is another hearing date required, you will receive another letter in the mail notifying you of that date, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you for jumping on today.
Thank you.
Okay. I've just was told the attorney for Noose was on the line.
He's gone.
He's gone?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
Oh, yeah, okay. Attorney for Noose, which address do you have?
I am here for 1326 Knapp. That's RAL Realty.
Where's my
All
phone?
right, let me call that matter. Let's call the address, the property
Oh,
at
I found
1328
the phone.
Knapp,
Look at the back
file
window
number
of the car. See if there's an orange sticker. Quick.
093. Alleged code violation of 39-7, which again is the duty of the property owner to keep the premises free from litter. The owner operator there is a RAL Realty LLC. Attorney for Noose, I'm going to swear you in. Do you swear to the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do, Your Honor.
NSO Kessler is still sworn in. NSO Kessler, you had a chance to speak to Mr. Fanous about this matter?
I did, and we do an agreement to cut the ticket in half.
Okay, Mr. Fanous, NSO Kessler says that the agreement you all reached was to reduce the ticket by half.
That's correct.
Okay, is that half including the $10 state fee or including?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so let me grab that one there. So it looks like there's one ticket in the file for $50 from March 11th of this year. If we're gonna cut that in half, that'd be 25. So that would be $15 to the city of Flint, $10 to the state, for a total of $25. Is that agreeable to the parties?
It is.
All right, based on that agreement, and by stipulation of the parties, I will find that there was a violation of 39-7, and that the resolution will be a half of the total ticket. As I said, 15 to the city of Flint, 10 to the state, for a total of $25. Mr. Fanous will have his client take care of that within 30 days?
Absolutely. Ms.
Okay.
Oliveras can email me the ticket and the payment stuff, and we'll make sure Ariel gets it and gets taken care of.
Thank you,
Sounds
Mr. Fanous. Okay, we
Very much.
will,
You have a great day.
you as well. Take care.
Thank you, you too.
Are there any other attorneys on the line? Okay, we'll move down to the next property on the docket, which is the address at 1916 Becker, file number EN 2107089, alleged code violation of 39-7, which is the duty of the property owner to keep the premises free from litter. The owner operator there is a dependable REO Preservations 3 LLC. Is there anyone on the line for that property?
He might have hung up.
Okay, did you talk to him?
Yes.
Okay,
This is another one that I talked to him. There was trash at the road. They have moved it from the road back up by the house.
okay,
He claims it's not there. I told him that I would do the
Check it
same
out.
thing. I would drive by there tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Take pictures. If it's resolved, we can resolve it. If
Okay,
not,
we'll come back.
adjourn it.
All right, based on what the information I received from NSO Kessler, and there's no one on the line for 1916 Becker, right? Okay, so based on there's no one else here, NSO Kessler has said that they was in agreement that she would adjourn this matter, go and inspect it, and then let the court know if we need to move forward with it or not. So based on that, we will adjourn this matter to the next hearing date that the clerk sets for this matter. And the last new file for the week, or for the day, is the address at 1317 Newbert, file number EN 2107092, alleged code violation of 39-7, which is the duty of the property owner to keep the premises free from litter. The owner operator there is a Kelly Chappelle? How do
Oh,
I think you're still muted.
Yep, you're muted, ma'am.
Chappelle, how do I say that, ma'am?
Chappelle.
Chappelle. Okay, Mr. Chappelle. I'm Attorney Feaster. I'm going to swear you in, and then I'm going to ask you and Ms. NSO Kessler what was the substance of your conversation. Do you swear to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Are you still there?
I do. I'm having technical difficulties here with my phone, apparently.
No problem, no problem. My understanding is you spoke to Ms. Kessler, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay, Ms. Kessler, you're still under oath. What did you all decide on this matter? Where are we at?
I made a decision. In my opinion, we had waived all the tickets before.
Okay.
There's really not a change.
Oh, really?
If there is a change, then there's just been more things added.
Okay.
I just actually got another complaint over there, and I had to go tag a camper and a vehicle on the lawn.
Okay.
So in my opinion, there's really not much change.
Okay. Ms. Chappelle, Ms. NSO Kessler is saying that you and she were not able to reach a real resolution. She says that there's still trash there. She says that you say that there's not trash there, and that we're at a stalemate. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. As far as the new allegations of the camper in the car, there was a tag on the camper.
Yeah. I'm not here about the cars. I don't do the tickets for the cars. I just do the trash and debris. Yep. So as far as the trash and debris goes, you would like to have a formal hearing. Well, the city will have to prove that you are in violation of 39-7 and that there was trash and debris on your property on the day and time of that ticket, which was March 9th of 2021. And whatever other dates there were before and after that. Does that sound like something you want to do?
No, there was debris there, and there is now, like I told the lady, I'm trying to get everything moved. It's mainly metal that needs to be taken out of there, and I'm trying to get a hold of a truck, which it should be done this week. Yes, I have been having issues. I've had issues with people dropping stuff there, and I'm trying to get that resolved. which I think I'll have it under control as soon as I get this stuff out of there.
Okay, so you think you need another few weeks and you could get something done on that?
Yes, if you could give me 2 weeks, I could have it done.
Okay, well, let's do that then. We'll adjourn this matter for 2 weeks. We'll see if you're able to get everything to where it's in compliance. And if it is, then we can discuss trying to reduce these tickets and fines and come into a resolution. And if it is not, and you want to have a formal hearing, you have that right, and we can set it for a formal hearing
Okay.
to litigate the matter. Sound reasonable?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so we will adjourn this matter. Thank you for jumping on. Have a great rest of the day.
Okay, how long is it?
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Oliveris, the clerk, will send you a notice in the mail for approximately 2 weeks from today.
Okay,
It'll be no less than 2 weeks from today. And
Okay.
at that point, you'll come back and we'll find out where we are.
okay, thank you.
Attorney
Thank
Theodore,
you. Yes, ma'am.
it will be 2 weeks from tomorrow, so you can expect your court date to be May 19th at 1:30.
Okay,
Mr.
that's
Bell?
great.
But you'll receive paperwork in the mail as well, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Yep, have a nice day.
You as well. I think that's all we had in terms of new tickets.
All the paperwork in the files.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Enzo Kessler. Have a great rest of the day.
You too, thanks.
Okay. So let's move down to the collection section. From what I can see, there's a resident on the phone. The name says Carey, I believe. Is that correct, is it Mr. Carey?
Chamberlain.
Tony.
Chamberlain. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, you're the address at 1033 Nelson?
Actually, I'm not anymore. I signed the house over to Roger. It's been in his name for a couple of weeks. But
Okay,
I'm representing him. I'm representing him anyway.
okay, let
go
me
ahead.
officially call the case and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do, okay?
Okay, sure.
All right, so I'm calling the case at 1033 Nelson, file number EN 1904900. Alleged code violation 39-7, which is the duty of the property owners to keep the premises free from litter. The owner operator there was Charles Chamberlain, and I believe we have Mr. Chamberlain on the phone, but
Correct.
the property has been transferred over to another individual who Mr. Chamberlain is wanting to represent.
Yeah, that's Roger Wright. He was he rented the house for 7 years.
And that's WRIGHT?
Correct.
Okay.
He filed the paperwork about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month.
Okay. All right, and it looks like from what I see in the file, there's about $135 worth of tickets that was to be paid by yesterday's date, or you were to have appeared here today to explain why it was not paid. And let me swear you in and then we'll figure out where we are.
Okay, sure.
Do you swear to the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, so where are we on this situation, given that it's not really your property anymore?
I was over a Sunday ago, not last Sunday, the Sunday before, and Roger was fixing the window of my 1996 Ford F-250, right?
Okay.
The yard looked as if it was cleaned up. He hasn't had any conversation with Miss Kessler.
Right.
And in my viewing, it looked like it was in solid shape. If
Okay.
there are issues with it, he would like her to stop by and let him know, or let Mandy know. Mandy is his wife. She's home all
Mandy?
the time. Yes, Mandy, Mandy, like the Barry
Right.
Manilow song, although you're too young to remember that. Mandy.
Thank you.
Well, it's true.
Same last name?
Yes,
Wow,
yes, WRIGHT.
okay. Okay. And the tickets that I see in this file are from 2019, October and November. And so what I guess what could potentially happen is NSO Kessler could go over to the property, view the property, determine that the property is in compliance with the city ordinance, and recommend that these matters all be dismissed. So if that's what she sees fit, then I'm willing to consider that.
That again, in my viewing, it looked like it was organized and things were cleaned up and fine. If they're not, then if she could please tell Mandy what Roger will have it cleaned up post haste.
Okay.
As soon
Okay.
as he knows. He did, again, what I felt was a decent job cleaning up the yard. It looked pretty good. But he
Okay.
has kept that yard when we met last time, as I explained to you, he's kept that yard several times when it hasn't been very great.
Right.
So
So in 2019, were you living there or was he living there then as well?
no, he lived there the whole time. No,
Okay,
any
you
house,
just owned it and transferred it to him. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
any house I lived at wouldn't have anything there.
Just want to make it clear for the record. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
I understand. Okay, so let's just adjourn this then for a minimum of 2 weeks, Ms. Oliveris, to find out where we are, have NSO Kessler go over and take a look at it and speak to Mr. Wright or Mrs. Wright, and then come back at that point. That sound reasonable to everybody?
Certainly, Your Honor. Thank you.
No problem. So
I would like to note for the record, that property is in Ward 7, so it would be Officer Cahoon who would be inspecting that, but just to put that on the record.
it'll be
Can I have-
neighborhood
Can I have
safety
Officer Cahoon's name, please, so I can tell Mandy or Roger?
Her name is Brianna Cahoon.
Brianna? Okay. Brianna, Brianna,
Mhm.
Brianna?
Yep.
Brianna Cahoon. Okay, thank you very much.
So we'll adjourn it for no less than 2 weeks. Ms. Oliveris will forward you a notice unless you know when it will be already, Ms. Oliveris.
We could set it for the 19th as well.
Okay.
Does that work for you, Mr. Chamberlain?
Yeah, I'll come back and represent Roger again if necessary. For sure.
Okay. Let's set it for the 19th and then we'll see where we are. We may not need you again.
Are you still running, by the way?
No. That election,
track I did sorry?
that election was in November.
No. Running.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I need to run more.
Okay, so you're still running.
Yes, sir.
Good job.
Thank you for jumping on. Have a great rest of the day.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, let's move down to the next matter on the docket. Which will be the address at 1702 DuPont, file number EN1804716, alleged code violation of 39-43, which is the accumulation of growth of weeds, grass, harmful vegetation deemed a nuisance. The owner operator there is a 1702 DuPont LLC. It does appear from the record that I signed a judgment in this matter back on the 9th of April of this year for $85. That did include a $25 late fee. That was to be paid by yesterday's date, or they were to have appeared here today at 1:30 p.m. to explain why it has not been paid. It is approximately 2:10. No one, Ms. Oliveris, there's no one on the call, right?
Oh, just us.
No one's on the call. No one has contacted our offices. Service appears to be completely correct. Payment does not appear to have been made. Based on those factors, I do believe that this matter should be referred to collections so they can determine how they want to proceed forward with this file. It's so referred. The next matter on the docket is the address at 3209 Pincombe, file number EN1703654, alleged code violation again of 39-7, which is the duty of the property owners to keep the premises free from litter. The owner operator there is a Mark Rutherford. It does appear from the file that I signed a judgment in this matter back on the 9th of April of this year for $135. That did include a late fee. That was to be paid by yesterday's date, or they were to have appeared here today at 1:30 p.m. to explain why it has not been paid. There is no one present on the call. No one has contacted our offices. Service appears to be completely correct. Payment does not appear to have been made. And again, it's after 2:11 p.m. This matter was set for 1:30 p.m. Based on their non-appearance and those other factors I stated, I do believe that this file should also be referred to collections so the collection can determine how they want to proceed forward with this file. It is so referred. The next matter on the docket is the address of 3714 Court, file number EN 1804752, alleged code violation of 31-81, which is the city's blight catch-all violation. The owner operator there is Bank of America. It does appear from the file that I signed a judgment in this matter back on the 9th of April of this year for $85, which did include a late fee. That was to be paid by yesterday's date, or the which will appear here today at 1:30 p.m. to explain why it's not been paid. There is no one present on the call, no one has contacted our offices. Service appears to be completely correct. Payment has not been made. No one has appeared. It is now after 2:13 p.m. This matter was set for 1:30 p.m. Based on no factors, I do find that this matter should also be referred to collections so the collection can determine how they want to proceed forward with this file. It is so referred. The next matter on the docket is the address at 816 North Ridgeway, file number EN 1701492, alleged code violation of 39-43, which is the accumulation of growths of weeds, grass, harmful vegetation deemed a nuisance. The owner operator there is Them, Vance, etc. It does appear from this file that I signed a judgment in this matter back on the 9th of April of this year for $60. That did include a late fee. That was to have been paid by yesterday's date, but they were to have appeared here today at 1:30 to explain why it's not been paid. No one is on the call. No one has contacted our offices. Service appears to be completely correct. Payment does not appear to have been made. This matter was set for 1:30 p.m. It is now after 2:14 p.m. Based on those factors, I do find that this matter should be referred to collections so the collection can determine how they want to proceed forward with this file. It is so referred. The next matter on the docket is the address at 6029 Susan, file number EN 1703315. Alleged code violation again of 39-43, which is the accumulation of growth of weeds, grass, harmful vegetation deemed nuisance. The owner operator there is a Latanya Clinton. It does appear from the file that I signed a judgment in this matter back on the 9th of April of this year for $110. That did include a late fee. That would have been paid by yesterday's date, or they were to have appeared here today at 1:30 p.m. to explain why it's not been paid. There is no one present on the call. No one has contacted our offices on this file. Service appears to be completely correct. Payment has not been made. A late fee has already been assessed. It is now after 2:15 p.m. This matter was set for 1:30 p.m. Based on no factors, I do find that this matter should be referred to collections so the collection can determine how they want to proceed forward with this file. It is so referred. The next matter on the docket is the address at 6410 Karen Drive, file number EN 1703232, alleged code violation of 39-43, which is the accumulation of growth of weeds, grass, harmful vegetation deemed nuisance. The owner operator there is a Catherine Benabry. It does appear from the file that I signed a judgment in this matter back on the 9th of April of this year for $60. That did include a late fee. That was to be paid by yesterday's date, or they were to appear here today at 1:30 p.m. to explain why. There is no one present on the call. No one has contacted our offices. Service appears to be completely correct. Payment does not appear to have been made. A late fee of $25 has previously been assessed, and it is now after 2:17 p.m. This matter was set for 1:30 p.m. Based on all of those factors, I do find that this file should also be referred to collections so the collection can determine how they want to proceed forward with this file. It is so referred. The next matter on the docket is the address at 615 Freeman, file number EN 1602993, alleged code violation of 39-7, which is the duty of the property owner to keep the premises free from litter. The owner operator there is a Siobhan Lynn. It does appear from the file that I signed a judgment in this matter back on the 9th of April of this year, the 9th of April of this year for $60. That did include a late fee of $25. That was to be paid by yesterday's date, or they were to have appeared here today at 1:30 p.m. to explain why it's not been paid. It does appear from the file the service is completely correct. There's no one present on the call. No one has contacted our offices. Payment does not appear to have been made. A late fee has already been assessed, and it's after 2:18 p.m. This matter was set for 1:30 p.m. Based on no factors, I do find that this matter should be referred to collections so the collection can determine how they want to proceed forward with this file. It is so referred. The next matter on the docket is the address at 4211 Ogama, file number EN 1703616, alleged code violation of 39-43, which is the accumulation of growths of weeds, grass, harmful vegetation deemed nuisance. The owner operator there is Big Game Holdings LLC. It does appear, it does appear from the file that I signed a judgment in this matter back on the 9th of April of this year for $110. That was to be paid by yesterday's date, or they were to have appeared here today at 1:30 p.m. to explain why. That $110 did include a late fee of $25. It does appear from the file that service is completely correct. No one has contacted our office on this file. No one is present on the Zoom call. Payment does not appear to have been made. A late fee has previously been assessed. And as I said, it is now after 2:19 p.m. This matter was set for 1:30 p.m. Based on those factors, I do believe that this file should be referred to collections so the collection can determine how they want to proceed forward with this file. It is so referred. The next matter on the docket is the address at 4201 Circle, file number EN 1602996, alleged code violation of 39-7, which is the duty of the property owner to keep the premises free from litter. The owner operator there is a JMZ Properties LLC. It does appear from this file that I signed a judgment in this matter back on the 9th of April of this year for $60. That did include a late fee of $25. That was to be paid by yesterday's date, or they were to have appeared here today at 1:30 p.m. to explain why it's not been paid. There is no one present on the call. No one has contacted our offices. Service appears to be completely correct. Payment does not appear to have been made. A late fee of $25 has previously been assessed. And for the record, it is now after 2:21 p.m. This matter was set for 1:30 p.m. and so there has been a non-appearance. Based on those facts, I do find that this matter should be referred to collections so the collection can determine how they want to proceed forward with this file. It is so referred. And the last matter on the docket for this afternoon is the address at 902 Campbell, file number EN 16103803. That's one too many digits. Let me do it again. File number appears to be EN 16103803, I believe. The owner operator there, I'm sorry, the alleged code violation of 39-43, which is the accumulation of growth of weeds, grass, vegetation, harmful vegetation deemed a nuisance. The owner operator there is a James A. Thibault. It does appear from this file that I signed a judgment in this matter back on the 10th of April of this year for $60. That did include a late fee of $25. That was to have been paid by May 3rd, or they were to have appeared here today, May 4th at 1:30 p.m. It does not appear that there's anyone present on the call. No one has contacted our offices. Service appears to be completely correct. Payment does not appear to have been made. A late fee has previously been assessed. There is no one present on this call, and it is now after 2:23 p.m. This matter was set for 1:30 p.m. Based on those facts, I do find that this matter should be referred to collections so the collection can determine how they want to proceed forward with this file. This file is so referred. I believe that's all we have on the docket for this afternoon. Based on that, we will go off the record. Thank you, Ms. Oliveris.